Pardon me. Okay, so oh my God, the modeling industry is just apparently one gigantic sex trafficking ring. Yay! Okay, so yeah, I guess I have to do it like this. Sorry, it's like reverse, right? All the angles and left and right, up and down, everything's backward for me. Okay, so like the whimsical rap stuff. Yeah, okay, so anyway, this is the whimsical rap stuff. This is Sisters Mangrove Just Friends. Okay, Just Friends is a very mysterious and powerful unit that is capable, I mean, it's a workstation. It's a workstation of rhythmic harmonics. You have 6 outputs. On the left is called identity. That's whatever your bass frequency or your tonic frequency is. Then you have 2 times identity, 3 times identity, etc., up to 6. So that's like, what, the first 5 harmonics? I guess, is that the technically correct way of speaking? Then you have a number of, and so one of the genius things about the Just Friends unit is that you also have 6 inputs for those harmonics that accept both trigger and modulation, of course. I mean, triggers are like +5 voltage, right? I mean, it's just max voltage. And anything less, we tend to call control voltages, but they're all control voltages. It's just that we tend to use square waves because they have absolute gain. You can use square waves as kind of ersatz digital computation, and that's how the events go. So you've got the 6 inputs on the Just Friends that modulate the 6 frequencies, the tonic and the 5 harmonics. That's extraordinarily powerful when you cross-modulate the harmonics with the outputs of other harmonics. So you can see, I don't know if you can, but all those green tip-top stackable patch cables over here, a bunch of those are stacked. A bunch of those are stacked here, all through here. And those are all the 6 outputs, or most of the outputs from Just Friends. Those harmonics are cross-modulating. They're plugged back into the inputs of the other harmonics. There's also 5, I think, parameters here. They're geometric parameters. Time, curve, ramp. I think there's some FM inputs and there's some formant inputs. Massively powerful shit. There's a loop mode called cycle, which goes automatically. Then there's a sustain mode where the harmonics are left sustained if they receive voltage. Then you have the first mode, which is trigger mode, or what do they call it? Dear Professor Trent Gill, transient, sustain, and cycle. So transient is like straightforwardly sequenceable, and sustain is like I said, it receives voltages and then just leaves the harmonic engaged on until it receives a different voltage. And then cycle is just wherever the tonic lands, and I'd imagine I'm speaking correctly, although I should be corrected perhaps, but the big knob is precisely your tonic frequency. So that harmonic output, they flash. They flash, and when you first get the unit, it feels kind of esoteric. But oh, you can't even see them flashing. But oh yeah, you can kind of see them flashing. Yeah, they flash randomly. I'm tired of holding this, so I'm going to go back to talking about the Just Friends stuff. I mean, the mannequin stuff. Let's see, what else is worthy of note? This is in an interesting oscillator. This is dope for A143-9 QLFO, quadrature LFO. You have 4 sine wave outputs. You have a tonic sine, right? That is specified by the frequency knob, and then you have radian degree offsets, 90 degree cosine, 180 sine, and 270 cosine. So it's the same waveform. You just have offset versions, phase offset versions of the same LFO, but they always run in sync. I mean, they're always hard fixed to each other, those 4. Let's see what else. A bunch of this stuff, which is well powerful, isn't even being used. The only other things worthy of note, I don't know. I mean, I always find this one interesting. This is well powerful. It's a dope for A160-2 clock divider 2. That one has prime divisions. So you can get divisions like 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17. Those are the interesting numbers to me. I mean, there's even a switch here that you can see. You can see I hope. I'll point to it even if you can't see the printing. But this switch down, and I didn't even select prime, but I selected it now. So up is triggers 2 through 128 divisions. So essentially binary divisions, polar divisions, right? And then you have a middle. What is the middle? Forget. You can't even see. Wait. Oh, wait. The middle is the prime, not the bottom. Okay, the middle is the prime and the bottom is 2 through 8. Anyway, so you get three different engagements on this trigger here. Switch here, and that corresponds to one of the 3 divisions of the measure or the bar. What else? This is a really beautiful, clean oscillator, GRP, that's being used for some of the really smooth, kind of curvy, warm, smooth, curvy modulation stuff. And, that's pretty much all that's happening. Oh, and then the Mangrove is just an oscillator. This is just an oscillator. So the Just Friends modulating the Mangrove, that's all going into the Sisters filter. And you got some modulations coming from the GRP into that filter also. And all this stuff here, this is just CVs coming out of the Just Friends, so I can see visual representation of waveforms. Then it passes them through. I'm just sending those modulations back out also to the filter. And happy Easter, show and tell. Friends, oh dear friends, there is no friend. Oh my friend, there is no enemy. Oh my enemy, there is no enemy. Oh my friend, there is no friend. I just feel like articulating that. I want to draw attention to the reality of my particular social media presence. It wouldn't matter if I categorized everything. It wouldn't matter if I made edits. No matter how much I organize everything, it won't be readable. It won't be parsable. It won't be interpretable by any interpreter, any LLM, and barely any human. And the proof is in the views. Look at those views and look at the titles of my videos. And you will see exactly where YouTube tries to put some juice into it and sees there's no response and then leaves me in the wild for another couple of weeks. Then I write something else. I record something else where I say, my name is Donald Trump. I'm not a real president, but I play one on TV. That immediately got like 250 views. And like 3 or 4 trolls showed up, and that was about it. So I don't respond to trolls. I mean, I don't know what it's just about, it's a very poor use of one's time, I suppose. I don't know why people do it. But maybe they think that they're contributing something useful. I mean, I certainly comment from time to time on comment boards, but all my comments, they have substance. They're always just merely some reference to some other thinker or researcher. So it's beyond ironic. It's not ironic. It just lays bare really how the YouTube algorithm works and how counter to actual real content the whole system of mechanisms is. But it's just as much a commentary about how much human consciousness believes that it needs to invest in the concepts that it holds dear.